gentlemen, to my next part of my Raidou breakdown / guide series. Today we are at high level information right now. This is basically a high level video, but it doesn't mean that all the mid and low level should turn off here. No, you can still watch it because I'm still gonna help you with those execution moves and some combos. But right now we are basically at high level information. Before that, I mean, we were basically at high level with those air throws, with those execution throws. But you could still argue if those are mid or high level information, you know? I still showed you how to do the throws, you know? The next thing is we have I've reached the affiliate status on Twitch now. So if you haven't followed me on Twitch, you should definitely do that, so you always see that I'm streaming. Today I'm probably also going to stream, I'm not sure, how we will see, but I just wanted to move it away before I start. So let's start. Why you should learn the electric. The reason why it's called electric is because you can already guess, and it has electrics in it. The electric comes more from the electric wind godless from Tekken, and like Tekken here in DOA, you have two versions. You have the wind godless, which is when you don't time it well, and then you have the electric wind godless when you time it. You can even check that on his comment list for a second. There you go. As you see, the input is forward, down, down, forward, punch. The one upward, you can see that is the wind godless. The one below that, where it says push and down, forward, and P at the same time. This is the electric. So, as you can see, the input is basically the same in Tekken, but without the neutral. So you can call this the perfect electric wind godless from Tekken. It's not the same, but you get what you probably get what I'm saying. So we start with the first thing. And why you should learn the electric. The electric is used in combos to juggle your opponent, and most of the time you will see electrics. Not all the time. It depends how the Raidou player is. If he really likes to do the execution moves. If not, for example, with me, I do always my electrics. And that's why you most likely will see electrics when I juggle my opponent. The next thing that loops in is it helps him with the carry. Most of the time, the reason why I use the electric is I want my opponent to get close to the wall so I can pressure my opponent. That's why I use the electric. In some cases you can get two electrics into the bound, which helps much more with the carry. For example, on lightweights you can do two electrics into the bound with a normal launch. So basically after the start you launch to two electrics into the bound. With midweights you can do only one if you do the normal version, like for example this, and then do the bound with but you can increase it and make it like it's with lightweights, but you gotta do a fatal stun. So we gotta do the fatal stun into the bound. And as you can see, it works. With heavyweights, unfortunately this doesn't work anymore, so you have to use only quarter circle back punch and 3-3k if you want to get one electric, even with fatal stuns, and even with the fatal stun still one electric. but still it helps them with the carry. The next thing is, the electric has much better recovery than 9P. 9P, you can use, like I said, 9P, but for example with this situation, because you're still stuck in your recovery animation with the 9P, you can't get it. As you can see, with the electric, I'm able to get that. That's also another positive thing about the electric, that's super good recovery. Because after, I'm not sure if it's on hit, but I believe even when you whip, you recover super fast. So you can use that to your advantage. Rather than 9P. You can always go with the 9P, but you can only get one 9P in there. So, the next thing is, most of his max damage combos come from the electric. All of Raidou's max damage combos, not all of them, but most of them, come from the electric. That's why the electric is super good, because in some situations you can get 3 electrics, even 4, but most of the time you will do 2 electrics if you do just these normal combos, but in some danger zones you can get 3 electrics into the bound or 3 electrics into the break blow. It depends how many you can do, because you gotta experiment with the electric. So the next thing is, it's semi-safe, I could say. It's semi-safe. That means you're kind of safe. For example, if they go with a forward throw or with a 6D, as you can see, I'm a striking character. That means this is a 7-frame throw, so this won't connect. Even if you are a grappler who has a 6-frame forward throw, and this won't connect, because with both throws, striking throw, which is the 7th frame, and then the grappler throw, which is 6th frame, you need one more additional frame to connect. As you can see there, where it says 1, this is one more additional frame you need to connect this. If you don't have it, then yeah. As you can see, you're -6, that means only a neutral throw can get. So, this works with striking and with grappler, so no character has a disadvantage. So, the next thing is, you can use this as a launcher. You could say this is your 4th launch option. As you can see, for example, this is what I can do on light and mid-weights. On heavyweights, I needed to do a stun into the electric set, into the bound, and do a close set, or whatever you want to do. Go with the setup, that depends what you do. And the last thing is, you get style points. If you do the electric, you will get style points, because this is an execution move. You will do the electric to get better style points. I mean, you're not forced to do it just because these are style points, but you probably get what I'm saying. For example, so you can do this. For example, and yeah, there we go, you got 160 damage, got 2 electrics in there, looked cool. You know, in some danger zones, on some maps you can get 3 electrics, sometimes 4, even 5 electrics. But most of the time you would do, if you do a danger zone, 3 electrics into the bound, or 2 electrics use the fatal rush, or 3 electrics and go with the break. It depends how you do it. So, this is why you should learn the electric. And now we're gonna move on to the how you do it. But before that, I'm gonna show you what you can do with the electrics. So see you in a second. Now we are back at the learning section after I showed you some clips. So, first of all, the question I get is, or what people say when they come into my stream and see me do electric and so on, it's difficult how I do it. I'm trying to get it and I'm always failing. I'm getting like a 3p, getting a 2p, and sometimes I get the wind guard fist, you know. What am I doing here? First of all, you start with the most basic thing I could say when it comes to learning an input. This is an input. First of all, we gotta look, as you can see down there, forward, down, down, forward, punch. So, we're gonna start step by step and show how you do it. First of all, when you go to the training mode, I would recommend put a guard on an action and reaction. Do like this, and the rest is history. If you do that, then start first of all with getting the inputs down, okay? What I do is I do forward, down, forward. But what I also try to do is I try to hit I try to hit the down button with my thumb, so I can get that forward, down, forward. As you can see there, forward, down, forward, forward, down, down, forward. If you can get this, you will succeed. So, I'm gonna even show you now my hand cam for a second, so you can see how I do it.
Alright, this is how I do the electric. I do forward, down, forward. But as you can see, I'm trying to hit my thumb in the lower, so I can get that down button here confirmed. That's basically how you do it with the input. The same can be said from a player 2 side. That's how I do it. So, I hope you understand now what I mean by hitting a bit lower than usual. Like, instead of doing this, do this. Like here. Alright?
Alright, after I showed you, now, when you're getting comfortable with the inputs down there, like I said, you see down there those inputs. If you get this forward, down, down, forward, even if you get sometimes like this, or get this forward, down, down, forward, and then another down, it's not the worst thing. Like I said, like that, it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing. It's just there because we want to get that input down. That's forward, down, down, forward. We want to get that down. If you have that, go and switch sides and try to practice this also from the player 2 side. Why you should also practice this from the player 2 side is because you wanna have the electric on both sides. You know, you do forward, down, forward, but you try to hit down button with your thumb more, so you can get, so it loops in like that. If you get this down and you see how it goes, then yeah, then you're you basically learn the input first. Now you're like, does this really help me? Yeah, it does, because we want to get those inputs down, because if you do like this, like for example, I do just this, okay, I'm doing this, you see, I'm getting like this, it doesn't work, but if you get the inputs down, then as you can see, it works. Alright, so the next thing is, what I'm basically doing is I'm implying or adding that P button to my forward down forward input like this. And what I'm getting right now is a wind guard twist. Alright, you see the wind guard twist I'm doing? This is a good sign. This is a good sign that you're doing the inputs right and not getting like a 3P or 2P. This is a good sign. That means the inputs are right. You see, for example, like this is a bad sign if you get this. But if you get this, the wind guard this is a good sign. What I would recommend is just try to hit, like, start with 2 wind guard twists in a row like this, and then do 3 of them, and then go up till you get 5 wind guard twists in a row, and then if you fail, then you go back 1. The electric is okay, 1, then you go back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see? And when you get that down, switch sides always, and try to practice this from the player 2 side. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. I did probably that 5 or 4 wind guards. Now you're like, yeah, but the wind guard is useless. Yeah, it is useless. But this is a really good training method to get it down. So when you feel comfortable, and this is always what I say, when you feel comfortable with the input, then adding the punch button to get the wind guard twist, then the only thing you have to do is try to time it. The only thing that is, you have to time this. And when you try to time it, and you get your electric, then yeah, congrats, you are able to do the electric. The next thing I could say is, always when you start to play matches, go into a ranked battle, doing lobby matches, always first of all go into the training mode, go to the lab and practice this. Forward, down, forward. Practice first of all the input. Do this also from player 2 side. Add the punch button to get the wind guard fist. And then the next thing is only to time it. It's okay if you sometimes drop it or get wind guard fist. Like you see, I'm not always a perfect team. I cannot always do perfect electrics. So this is basically what you have to do. And when you get, for example, like 3 electrics, time to switch the side and try to do it from that side. If you get this, then yeah, then you're having a really good time with the electrics, then you won't really struggle with it like before. And practice this first of all on guarded opponents. The next thing you can do is is to do it on do it with a combo. So I'm gonna even show you how you can practice your electric on a with a combo, and yeah, I'll see you in a second then. Okay, after getting that practicing out of the window, we are now gonna go and try to practice this in combos and in some dangers. So what I want you to do is go to your training settings and put always counter at the counter section, right there in the middle. When you do that, all your launch options like auto circle back P launch. So what I want you to do is, so that you can get more comfortable with juggling your opponent with electrics and doing it in combos, I want you to launch doing electric into the ground. When you do that, you should get 57 damage. And if you also like, you can add that close in there. So I want you to do this 3 times, okay? After getting that down, I'm gonna switch sides. I'm gonna practice this on the player 2 side. If you get this on both sides 3 times, then you have one launch option that you're comfortable with. So after that, we're gonna use AK. We're gonna do the same thing what we did with the quarter circle back P, up kick, electric into the bounce. Do that 3 times on both sides, and you can get it. Sometimes, as you can see, you can also get a wind guard fist. It's okay, just go and try to do it with an electric. There we go. So after that, we go with 3K. We do the same thing over and over again with all the launch options. Launch, electric, into the bounce. Launch, electric, into the bounce. We do that 3 times on both sides, and when we are comfortable with it, you can try to do combos, like you see for example there. I sometimes drop it, so I do that so I'm getting comfortable with it. Launch, electric, into the bounce. Again, launch, electric, into the bounce. When you're comfortable with it, then we can move on to danger zones. What I would recommend is go to Forbidden Fortune, or you can stick here at Road Rage to do to get your electric in the danger zone. For example, with this, if I slam my opponent towards this danger zone, the controls are reversed, so I'm on player 2 side, and then I can do 2 electrics into the break. If you do that, then it should work, and you get really good damage, and that's also a good way to practice or getting your electrical player 2 sides down. Because we did everything. We started first with the inputs, we practiced this on both sides, afterwards we did we added that punch button, then we tried to time it, and now we did it also with all our launch options, and now we're gonna practice this on a danger zone. So we do a close set here, and then we do 2 electrics into the breakboard. As you see, I also got a wind guard fist, but it's okay. What you can just do is you go do it again, and then try to always get used to this, because this is a really good way to practice the electric on the player 2 side. Like getting 2 electrics down. As you can see, I'm also screwing it up, so there we go, I got it. And as you can see, you get 170 damage on counter. You can even check that how it is on normal hit, so it does 154 damage. If I got 2 electrics, it would probably be 155, but you know what, you can also check that, so let's check that. Like I said, it's difficult, but the best way to practice. 155, as you can see. So, this is a good way to practice. Like I said, you can also go to the Forbidden Fortune and practice that on the explosive. I'm just recommending this so you can do the electrics in danger zones, and then you can try to get creative with them. So, but either way, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.